Right from the Earth's evolution, the climate has been changing, but it is a natural process which takes hundreds and thousands of years. However, us humans made this slow and steady process into a swift and hazardous one. Human activities like burning of natural gases, fossil fuels, coal, etc. are some of the few human-made activities that result in global warming, the leading reason for sudden climate change. Along with many other consequences, one of the severe ill effects of drastic climate change is the melting of ice sheets and glaciers at the poles. Let's dive into how the history of climate change is written on ice. Ice or snow is found on our planet in varieties of forms like sea, lake, river ice, frozen grounds, ice sheets, ice caps, snow cover, etc. Every decade we lose Arctic sea ice at the rate of around 13%. If this continues, Arctics could be ice-free by 2040, which is a grave cause of concern. This melting of ice has various unimaginably hazardous effects on our climate and being in general. Some of the causes are as follows. The most dangerous consequence is changes in temperatures. The Arctic and Antarctic play a crucial role of insulator for our planet. They are covered in white snow and they reflect the heat back into space, maintaining the temperature balance on our planet by balancing out other parts of the planet that act as heat absorbers. So now imagine a situation where there is no snow or almost negligible snow left in these areas. It's frightening because less ice means less heat will be reflected by the polar regions, which eventually means an increased amount of heat wave across the planet. It will also result in more extreme winters because the high-pressure winds that surround the Arctic region, also called the polar jet stream, will be destabilized by warmer air, dipping into the south, bringing bitter cold with it. An increase in temperature and climate change has worldwide implications. First, glaciers all around the world have gradually been shrinking at a fast pace since the 1960s, and the pace has even accelerated more since the last decade. This has also caused an increase in observed sea levels, resulting in often flooding, etc. Second, it has implications on the ice sheets around the world. Greenland and Antarctica are covered by huge ice sheets. These ice sheets have lost more than 100 million metric tons of ice each, per year on an average. This loss of ice through melting has increased sea levels to around 0.7 of an inch roughly, worldwide. Third, the lake ice around the world, especially the northern United States, are freezing later and melting sooner as compared to the early 1900s. The fourth impact is snowfall. The amount of snowfall in any particular location has decreased in most parts of the world. One of the reasons for this is that nearly 80% of the places have seen precipitation in the form of rains and hail and less in the form of snowfall. The fifth correlation between ice and climate change is on permafrost. Permafrost refers to rock or soil which stays frozen with the ice for about a year or two. Temperatures in permafrost increased between the period of 1978 and 2020 at 14 out of 15 long-term monitoring sites in Alaska. Long-term air temperatures have resulted in this increase in permafrost temperatures. The sixth impact is on the Arctic sea ice. All year round, some parts of the Arctic Ocean are covered with ice, the smallest ice being at around September, which is the melting season. September 2020 saw the second smallest ice ever recorded. Even the length of summer melting season has increased. Along with that, ice has become thinner. All these results in making the process of melting more vulnerable. The seventh impact being on Antarctic sea ice. The rate of ice in this area has increased slightly since 1979. However, this increase cannot outweigh the amount of losses occurring across the globe. To summarize, we can say that reduction in snowfall and ice covers around the world has resulted in a decrease in the beneficial properties of ice as a reflector, absorber and insulator of heat and protecting the vegetation, wildlife and human life on Earth. It also affects water supplies, transportation, travel, cultural practices, recreation, etc. for millions of people. Thus, the history of climate change is written on ice. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and share. Subscribe for more daily content like this.